So let's do the tarot reading for the coming week, and let's see what we end up getting. So we're going to draw the 3 cards, one for the beginning of the week, one for mid to late week, and then one for the weekend ahead. So let us do them now, shall we? Let me get my desk view in here. There we go. Like so. Let me straighten that out a little bit. Okay. So let's see what we end up getting here. So this is going to be for the beginning of the week. Here it is. That's the one for the beginning of the week ahead. Let's see what we keep getting here. Let's see, middle of the week, middle to late of the week. Here it is. And then lastly, this is going to be for the weekend. Next, the weekend ahead that is coming here. I felt some card there, but wasn't entirely sure. So just keep going. The weekend. What are we going to get? What are we going to get here? There it is. Okay. So for the beginning of the week, you have the Queen of Swords. All right. So the Queen of Swords. Let's take a look at this image here. There it is. The Queen of Swords. Sometimes I find that these particular types of cards, they can often represent people. So maybe this person would represent you. This person can represent me at times. It depends on the situation. But yeah, let's hear what this particular card is about. So the Queen of Swords. It represents a woman of her own or had known suffering and loss, perhaps someone who is widowed, divorced, or long single, and some maybe could be childless. Okay, so inner strength is a good description. So maybe this is you who have very good inner strength, someone who has a lot of motivation to be able to overcome any sort of challenges. Very supportive, as long as she's on your side, and she's a source of strength and will defend you boldly. Isn't afraid to speak her mind, and there's usually a ring of truth to what she has to say, which can be unnerving for those who are not ready to hear it. Extremely well organized and efficient. Excellent champion for just a cause or organizations that require a certain toughness to support them. So maybe this does describe you, or maybe someone that you know, or something along those lines, So that is what I often find here. So it's also about just having a clearer mind as well. Having organization, having the inner strength necessary to deal with that. So that's going to be towards the beginning of the week. Maybe you need to clear out some of your mind and to prepare for maybe what could happen next. So this is going to be middle of late next week. And this is the Emperor here. Let's take a look at this particular card. Okay, here he is. The Emperor. Okay. Let's see what we get with him. Okay. Notice how so far these are people. That's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, Emperor. It's a sign of financial stability, ambition, authority, and also achievement. You need to keep a calm head at this time, make decisions based on facts, and not be overly influenced by your emotions. So it sounds like at the beginning of the week, maybe there could be a lot of thoughts that cloud your mind, and you need to be able to clear them out. Perhaps there's a lot of things going through your mind. You need to organize your thoughts a bit. Organize the thoughts, because now maybe the middle to late next week, you have to make a decision, and you have to do so based on you clearing out a lot of those thoughts that are perhaps interfering with some of your decision making. That could be some sort of a major part here. You need to have some sort of structure even. It's a powerful card and a wonderful omen for business and career matters, as it shows great progress. Powerful position to achieve your goals. Okay? Now, let's move ahead over to the weekend ahead. Let's see what the weekend is going to be. Now that you have cleared out your mind, you're making some progress, you're approaching things rationally here. We have the Five of Wands here. So this is, as you can see, maybe there's going to be some commotion here. As you can see, all these people are kind of fighting amongst themselves. Kind of the thought that just kind of came to my mind is maybe some sort of decision that you're making could cause some sort of conflict in whatever situation that you're dealing with here. Maybe that is what's going to happen, but maybe that's what's preventing you from actually progressing with some of the action, because maybe you're too afraid of taking a step because you don't want to cause conflict. You don't want to have that conversation. You don't want to open up. You don't, much like what this Queen of Swords said regarding someone who is, will tell you the truth, even if it hurts. Maybe you are afraid to do that because you're afraid of the conflict that could ensue as a result. So let's read what this card is about. It represents conflicts, difference of opinions, and petty squabble. They may not be large problems, and they can be overcome if cooperation is sought. It says, petty disorder can easily get out of hand and drain energy away from key issues that need to be resolved. If the situation emerges around you, try not to become involved, for it is handled correctly, the turmoil will just blow over. Don't be tempted to add flames to the fire. So it sounds like a lot of this is just having a clear head, making decisions based on logic and fact here, and also just being grounded. That seems to be what this is going to be ahead here. Okay, so just being able to just overcome a lot of these challenges and be grounded with the decisions, because if there is any sort of conflict that does arise, you have to be able to face it. But you can only face it when you do have a level head, when you are able to approach it rationally. So just think about that for the coming week and remain calm when you're making these decisions.